Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Today we continue on in Wildcard Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game.
We got this.
Now it's counter. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to Meredith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a carry here for their fullback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Completes this one to Meredith. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm, and he delivers it with confidence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
12. 26 Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Kane. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
26 Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 22. First down carry by Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mexico. Topper. Check 24. Check 25.
Luck now to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Check 26. Alert. 26 Mike. Army. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch.
Here's Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is counter. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 6 yard. 36.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
36 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball. Mike, 36. 36. I got you. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
They snap it and run. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Got some real estate inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ready. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. And watch your leg.
They'll run here with counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Connor. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
26,
Now it's Lott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
11 Z.
Hey, high 7.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now. 26 Mike, 26 ready.
Out of the gun, Lott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53. Yeah.
On the run is Connor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They run with Connor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Connor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 28-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mexico. 26 Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 26 Mike. 26.
A shotgun snap for Love. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On first down, Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Monday.
From the gun, here's Love. And the catch made by Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Mike 6. Come to my work.
Now Locke. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's coming. Double up.
Here's Connor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll come out in the pistol. Again to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He may try and run for this. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw is Lott. Campbell making the catch. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 64 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 8. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
At the 41-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming. We got double up.
Jackson, option right, stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a two-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, dude.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Hey, check back.
Luck now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
On third down, Elliott. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Luck. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Here we go. Here we go. Tell me Andy. Run.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Shut. Here we go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.